He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to stream."
Can you say that gentleman's name one more time?
Hold on. God damn.
So the software, you told him that. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry because I was actually thinking of that gentleman the other day.
Fuck it. God damn, you fucking ruined my fucking. I don't ruin your long ass drab stories, so don't ruin mine.
You sleep through half of them.
Yeah, because they're long.
Okay, go ahead.
Unlike other things, if that's what you were.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I was born this way. Okay, I can't help it.
Well, that's why they keep talking shit about you in here.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
That's all right. So
you're on strike three.
Strike three.
Yes.
But
you're out.
Yeah, so I'm out. Got Game 6 of the World Series, by the way, going on tonight. Go Phillies.
Let's get this wrapped up so we can go.
Yeah,
go Phillies.
No. I know. I the whole week. Oh, wait a second. Hello
especially after the other night. I'm definitely not fucking with the Phillies now.
Yeah,
their fucking fans are some shit.
They are, dude. I'm telling you, it's one of the only places where I just legitimately will not go.
I heard the city's cool, but like just the fans of the fucking sports are fucking douchebags.
Well, it's a very beautiful place. Whatever.
I don't care. I don't care about all that.
Yeah,
the other fucking night, some random fucking people decide they want to start talking shit. Like I'm minding all being and Sean, he's been on the show before, minding our own fucking business, fucking clapping because Harper struck out in the World Series. And he used to be a Nats fan, so we're fucking just sitting there, yeah, bro, not even loud. So then this fucking table of Philly fans fucking starts talking shit to us, and I'm like, bro, who the fuck are you? It's like a bunch of chicks, and one guy, and like he wasn't even with them from the beginning. He just saw that they had Philly jerseys on. He went over and sat next to him.
Were they attractive at all?
No.
No, okay.
They look like they probably could have played for the team. But either way, it was just like, why are y'all talking shit to us? We're not even fucking talking to you. They're like, where are the Nats at this year? I'm like, I don't know, probably winning a World Series more recently than you fucking guys have.
Yeah.
Against the team that you're fucking losing to right now.
Exactly. You know who beat the Astros in the World Series in 2019?
Before they got caught cheating?
Yes, exactly. The Washington National, folks. And since the camera's on me and I am a very vibrant person, and I am also your poppy, okay?
Strike four.
I really miss Eddie Guerrero. I'm not going to lie. If we were to do this podcast and if I had to count on this many fingers, which is one hand, we would probably have 155 episodes.
If you could do that on one hand, what?
But I don't know. But 155 episodes of this podcast.
Look, Epic, we ain't even 5 minutes in, and he's already starting.
It is something very near and dear to my heart, this podcast.
Okay.
And I just want you to know here in front of the world and Epic, who has been here, that I am glad to be a part of this.
Okay.
All right. That's really all I wanted to say. I hope you had a good week. I like your haircut. By the way, Jared got a haircut. Looks really nice. Oh, he looks like he's about to take my bitch. He probably would, and that's okay because being white in today's society.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up before you even go there. Matter of fact,
it's okay. It's
now that we're there. You brought it up, not me. I wish I want to put this photo up, but we have a buddy.
Dude, it's the best photo ever. Dude, when you sent that to me last night.
Hold on. My God. Let me set it up before you give it away. So we have a buddy. He has family from Indiana and whatever. So he posted a picture on Instagram, and I'm gonna post it up here. It's public. He put it in the public for people to see. So I'm gonna post it up. But when you guys see this picture, you're gonna notice. And this is what I said. I sent this to RJ. I sent RJ the picture, and I was like, somewhere. Hold on.
Dude, I legit lost my shit when you sent it to me.
So when I'm trying to set it up. So hold on. I'm trying to set it up so when I say it pops up on the screen. So there's this picture of him just camping and he's sitting in front of a teepee.
Teepees are cool.
Well, like a little smoke fire going, and he's this little black guy sitting in the middle of nowhere with in front of a teepee. And I was like, I told RJ, I was like, somehow this is anti-Semitic,
dude. Fucking, I swear to God, dude. When you sent that to me last night, I was peeing, right? I was in a urinal. I had my dick and balls in my hand, and I hear my phone vibrating, or I felt it vibrating against my genitals. It's like, no, it didn't go that far. And I'm like, I was like, who's messaging me? And I look at it, and I start losing my shit in the bathroom, dude. The guy in the urinal next to me, who's just trying to enjoy his Friday night, is like, what the fuck is this guy? I was like legit laughing out loud, bro.
It was perfect. It was the timing of it.
Dude, it was perfect. And I didn't show it to anybody or anything, but I probably laughed for maybe a good 5 to 10 minutes after that. And everybody's, what's so funny? I was like, you just wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
you just wouldn't get it. And, God, that's such a great, that's such an, dude.
He's not on the sauce. I don't know. Are you on the sauce today?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? You are?
Oh, I had 2 drinks.
Oh, so yeah.
I had 2
Fresh,
drinks.
she said, wow, RJ is back on the sauce again today.
I'm not on the sauce. Al.
You are. You just said you had 2 drinks.
I had 2. But, dude, when people think I'm on the sauce, okay, I'm really not.
Okay. Sounds like you're on the sauce to me.
I'm currently sauced.
That's the point. That's what he just fucking said.
Yeah, but I don't want you guys to think it's an everyday thing. We didn't go out for a month. I didn't see my friends. I didn't see my family, even though they live here.
See how quickly he's backtracking from last week, guys?
You don't know me, Internet. And you know who knows me the best? Frashy. And I'm on the sauce. So, no, I actually, believe it or not, I had to run some errands today. I had to stop by a bar.
You didn't have to do a fucking thing.
Oh, it was a part of my day, and
said he'd be back in an hour. Yep, he's right. You're right.
I will tell you, I do work on CPT or CTP. I am definitely
okay. Hold up.
Yeah.
What is that before? Like,
yeah.
Don't turn into Kyrie Irving right now.
No. I'm not trying to get canceled, bro. But as a white man in America, I'm telling you that is probably the time I operate on as well. I don't know.
What time is this?
CPT.
Okay.
So, okay.
I'm glad. Continue with that acronym.
Yeah, so I don't even like using any of the words in it anyway.
Yeah, so don't even use the fucking term.
I'm just saying.
Just say you're a late motherfucker. How about that?
But it's true. But anyway, I probably get it from you guys. Anyway.
It's not my fault we're late, okay? So just keep watching.
Yeah, please continue. No, so I had to run some errands, had to go to the grocery store, had to do this, had to do that. And then en route to where I was like, hey, this is a place I would normally stop and have a beverage. I was like, you know what? It's 2:30. Let me have a beverage. Just one, maybe 2. I only had 2.
Where did you stop?
Stop by our local place.
Okay, never mind. I don't care anymore.
So I ended up going to 2 places.
You have to announce it like it's fucking.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Whatever.
But yeah, so I stopped by, I walked in, and even the people that worked there said, hey, the sun's out. Why are you here? They said that to me. And I said, well, I'm doing this. I'm running errands. I'm doing this. And they were like, what's up with your shirt? And I was like, oh, I'm your poppy. Rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero. Dude, I miss Eddie Guerrero. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think, if anything, it makes me look 10 times more attractive than I already do.
Epic has a good question. What's her name?
I will not say it on air.
Exactly.
And I know what he's doing, too. I talked to you earlier, even if it was only brief, so I know what you're doing.
That doesn't matter.
Well, here, I'll give her a name.
No, you will not.
I will not, according to Jerry.
No. Don't do that.
I'm not going to do any of that. So I stopped by one place, had my 2 drinks. I said, hey, thanks. It's good to be back out. You know, it's coolish, I guess. I don't know. And then as I was driving home.
You could have been out the whole time. You chose to lock yourself in your house because you're afraid of the devil's juices.
I am. I'm not going to lie. I'm not. I ain't going to lie to you.
I'm afraid of the devil's juices.
That's the name of this episode, The Devil's Juices. Okay. All right. I think that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. But en route.
Testify. That's how you had your hand up,
dude. You ain't wrong. So en route to my home, where we currently are.
These guys are moving today.
Yeah.
You gotta have to pull your shit up. So.
Oh yeah. So don't worry about the chat. I'll talk to you guys later when you install me in person like you normally do. En route to my home after stopping by a bar, you know what I did? I stopped by another bar.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you know what? I was like, it's a nice day.
One
Do you know how
weekend.
unseasonably warm it is right now, Jared? It's like 80 degrees outside.
First of all, no, it's not.
It's hot as
It's
shit.
76, but it's warm.
Dude, I got up. As you can clearly see, everybody, I'm wearing a thermal. I have my long johns on under my jeans because I'm thinking it's...
Clearly, he's on the sauce because he's not thinking clearly again.
And first and foremost, it's November. I thought it was a little chilly outside. I didn't think it was freezing cold, but
you know you have a device. This is twice in 2 days that I've had to tell you about technology that's existed for the last, 15 years.
Well, I know that, but I haven't ever looked at the stars and said, why do they twinkle? But now I know. Shout out to the butcher, by the way.
You can look at the weather on your phone.
Do you do that? Look at the weather
time.
on your phone?
Actually, I use my Echo to do it.
You know, it's crazy. I don't look at the weather. I just look to see if the sun is there or if it's not, and then I dictate it based upon how I feel.
I need to know what type of attire I'm going out the house with. And do I need to bring extra? Do I need to bring layers? Because if I'm out late, it's going to get colder later. So like you got to think ahead, my friend.
Well, no. And I do. That's, again, why I have the long johns on, the thermal, because
but you didn't think ahead if you didn't check the weather.
I got up. I rolled out of bed. I played Fall Guys for 30 minutes.
Did you drink last night?
I did.
Okay. Just making sure.
But I ain't drinking tomorrow or the day after that.
Lies.
No, I'm not. Well, the football game's on tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm drinking tomorrow. Hey, you want to?
That's how I said lies.
Hey, you want to drink tomorrow?
Probably not. Not as early as you're going to start drinking.
I just want to watch the Skins game. That's real, or the Commanders. Because
Oh.
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, I mean,
Have a bye week. Thank God.
Commanders. Oh, I was going to say the Commanders aren't doing much better.
They're 4-4. They're at 500. I'm 2-6. I'm watching the worst season in my life, but it's okay.
Yeah, because you fucking chose to hop on the back of a fucking bandwagon.
You, sir, we're going to have a talk in the car after this show. We're not talking about it on the air. I might not even let you in the car. You might have to walk. So let's just continue.
Captain Kurt. Who is this?
Oh, Captain Kurt.
I must be Christian.
What's
up, Hollywood? Damn, everybody's here today.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining us. And just to, I guess, rewind a little bit to get everybody up to speed, it is currently November 5th. Do you know what the month is? November. It's not October. Sober October is over. Me and Jared ran the gauntlet. The gauntlet like fucking bosses. The bosses that we are. And now we're here. And I'm happy to have you here in my household.
Oh, I'm still running stronger than you. I didn't run out to the bar. On top. Speaking of that,
okay, I wanted to have a whole conversation with you. I swear to God, it didn't work out the way I thought it would. So
first of all, I asked you if you were going out. Okay, so backstory, guys. The night, the 31st, whatever Halloween was. So
Monday.
Yeah. I asked RJ probably around 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I would say around 8.
I was like, hey, so you going out? You're gonna wait till 12 to have your drink, or you're gonna just wait until I guess the next day or whatever? He was like, the places will probably be closed, and yeah, I'm probably just gonna take it in, Yeah.
I do talk like that. He's not wrong.
And so I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'll just take it in as well. So I just stayed in the house. I didn't drink till fucking the next night, November 1st at 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I only had I had one beer and one shot, maybe two. But
yeah,
I was already not feeling the feeling of that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going home. So then I just went home.
So this is what happened, in all honesty. So I got off of work. I was going to do the wrong thing, okay, and just have a beer. I was like, hey, man, it's 2 hours until midnight, whatever. The month is over. What's the point of waiting until tomorrow?
The discipline part of it.
and I stayed with it. Okay. I went up to Springfield, our good place in Springfield, the place that I visit frequently because I'm obsessed with absolutely everything. And I went in there.
Not everything.
And they were like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" They were like,
yes,
"It's October 31st."
It is a fresh cut. Keep going. I'm sorry.
And I said, "Hey," I said, "I kind of want a beer." They were like, "Well, it's not midnight yet." I said, "Okay, no problem," because I actually had to pick my sister up from work around 10:30. Okay, so I said, "Hey, let me get some food, and I'll go." So I ate my food. I ate my salad and my potatoes. I left. I paid my bill. Pick my sister up, and I drop her off. Around this time, it's probably about 11 o'clock, maybe close to it, a little before. And I'm just sitting there thinking, it's like, man, I was excited, I was excited because I know that we did a good job. And I was very proud of us being able to do it yet again. Yeah, not to say that we can't. So I said, you know what? Let me just go across the street. So I went across the street. And I went in there, and everybody was like, "Hey, are you drinking this, and that?" Obviously the small handful of people that were in there on a Monday night. And I said, "Yeah." And then our good friend Kevin was there. And he said, "Hey, man, are you going to have a beer?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Don't you think you should wait till midnight?" And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Well," he said, "come on, man." He said, You did it this long. He said, "You can't wait another 45 minutes."
See?
Yeah, he
it's
said,
all about the discipline.
Yeah, he said, "You can't wait another 45 minutes." And I said, "I can." I said, "But what's the point?" He said, "Well, just for personal satisfaction." He said, "You'll probably feel guilty if you take a sip." And Kevin's obviously a very wonderful guy to us, takes good care of us, awesome guy. Shout out to him. So I sat out and I talked to Sean, our good friend Sean, shout out to him as well, for about 45 minutes about, whatever. So midnight comes, or just a couple minutes before midnight, our good friend, our bartender said, "RJ," puts a Budweiser on the counter, and it's like 11:53, whatever it is. He said, you can't sip it till midnight. I said, "No problem." So I'm sitting there, and midnight comes. I was,
this is the longest story ever.
I know, and I know I do a terrible, but what I'm saying is that I felt a sense of relief in the sense of like, hey, we did it. We did a good job. I don't need this. I sip my beer. It tasted a little funny, obviously, after a whole month.
It doesn't taste.
Yeah, it doesn't taste the same. That was by far the craziest thing to me. And then somebody bought me a shot. I had a shot. And then people shook my hand, which I thought was kind of not necessary. They're like, "Congratulations,"
A lot of people were doing that. I'm like,
yeah, no, Jared, I'll tell you something.
It should be a thing that we should be able to do. It shouldn't be like a fucking accomplishment. Like,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
but I 100% agree with you. What I was going to say is that people acted like me and you just like landed on the moon for the first time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Sir, you conquered alcohol." I was like, "Dude, I got a beer in my hand right now," and I was so happy that we did it, and a lot of people are proud of us. I'm actually kind of shocked at the amount of people that came up to me, not only today, not today, but yesterday, and said day. And they were like, "Hey, that's really awesome that you did that and that you have self-control." And I was like, "Well, it's really not that difficult." I said the biggest.
You have to have like a plan in place. And to be honest, I don't think we could do it on our own. If we both didn't agree to do it, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Well, and I told somebody, they said, "Well, what did you do the whole time?" And obviously I wasn't out. I was being a shut-in. I was kind of trying to find my own peace. I thank God for video games, man.
You got that link, BTK?
I love video games. And that has always been, at least for me, and I know it's different for you. And I actually was telling somebody that too. I said, "Hey," I had the whole conversation that me and you had. I said, "Hey, man, I work all day. I deal with people. When I get home, I have no problem sitting in my room for a couple hours on the sticks. I know that that you're a gamer too, but I know that obviously I am super nerd sometimes. And they're like, oh, why didn't you want to hang out with Jared? And it's like, oh, I was like, man, you got it all sorts of fucking wrong, dude. You got it all sorts of. It's not that I don't want to hang out with Jared or not see my friends that I see on a daily basis. It is the simple fact that I am trying to occupy my mind and my time with things that I know aren't going to try to push me in a direction that I'm not comfortable with. Because I
was right the whole time. But you said I wasn't.
Well, I'm not going to tell you you're right. That's like that. Like, why would I do that?
I knew exactly why.
No, I'm not.
You wouldn't even walk into the fucking place.
No, well, I'm not tempted. After a while, I get tempted. I can go in there for an hour, cool. But so when we went to the little costume party last week,
I was just there to watch the fucking skimpy outfits. I wasn't there for nothing else.
And that's why I went with you. I think we agreed on that as we walked out my door. After I told you I didn't want to go, but I did anyway. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, exactly.
But after an hour, some people were hugging me and talking to me, and it's like, man, I wish I could just have a drink with this person. And that's when it's just like, I need to go because I'm not going to do it, but that's going to overshadow my mind in the simple fact that the whole time this person's talking to me, all I'm going to think about is wanting to ask for a drink. So I leave. And I'm very proud of what we did. I know I said that like 8 times already, but I'm very proud of what we did.
You should be, RJ. You should be.
Yeah.
But again, like I said before, we still got to figure out how to. Oh shit, that is not the article. Oh, it is the article. Hold on. What? Somebody just sent us, or BTK just sent us a article on peers dying. 1 in 5 deaths in the U.S. Oh, let me pull it up so everybody can see.
From 20 to 49, man.
Yeah. 1 in 5 deaths of U.S. adults, 20 to 49, is from excessive drinking. Bro, that's a lot. That's 1 of every, 5 of every 500 people.
Yeah. I mean, those numbers might sound small, but they're not.
No, it's not. And we're both in that range.
I mean, I think that goes for everybody that watches the show and the people that we hang out with. And
oh no, for sure. I'm taking breaks, bro. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, Frashy. Think of us while you're taking a bath. He said he's having a bath while he's watching us.
That's cool. You got the little duck? Yeah, that sounds like something he would say. Do you have a little blue water tablet that makes your water blue, by the way?
What are you fucking... do you have that? Do you do that?
I did when I was a kid. You don't like the blue water?
Bro, no.
I'm going to buy one.
Toilet water and shit.
Jared, we're taking a bath. Not together.
Oh, my God.
Okay. I know this is like strike number 5, by the way. But we're not doing that. So this is an interesting article because there's a couple things I kind of realized over the month of October, being stuck in the house, thinking about all the horrible decisions I've made in the last several months. All the people I've had to apologize to, Jared included.
It's 1 in 8 from 20 to 64.
And that's still a pretty high number.
Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, a lot. That's how many... This is the only legal drug in the United States, so that's why a lot of people are...
So let me give you a breakdown to folks who are watching and listening and who don't live in the general area. And I know this probably applies all over the world. When you live in the area that me and Jared live in, the nation's capital, the DMV, not the tri-state area because that's up north, okay? When people get together in this area, there is always, always, always drinking involved. Always.
Yeah.
There is, you cannot escape it. It is always there. You can go to 5 different group of friends and there's a drink involved.
I know. Epic. I know what you're saying, but it varies from person to person.
What was the question?
He was saying this article is garbage because I drink significantly more than what they say here, and the doctor says I'm fat but healthy. I know, but that doesn't mean your liver necessarily is.
Well, again,
or your heart or your brain.
Yeah. Well, it varies from person to person. Everybody's a little different in terms of how much they can intake, whether it's alcohol.
And we're not by any means promoting like whether you should drink or not drink. Oh, yep. Blood pressure is the other one. Yep.
That's honestly that might
That's
be the biggest.
that's the biggest one.
Yeah, I think that'd be the big one.
Yep, because that will fuck up everything else.
I mean, it is how your blood runs through your veins, pretty much.
Yeah,
but we live in an area where drinking is the norm. It is like an everyday thing. There's happy hour. I know this is everywhere.
I've thought about that over the years of like why this area is like that. And I think it's mainly because we have a lot of government here.
Yeah.
And the only legal drug that they can take, especially if you're military or you're a politician, you're a lawyer up on the hill or something like that, well, which is a politician, basically. More than likely, I mean, they're probably doing coke too up there.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, I just figured this out a few years ago that everybody damn near does fucking coke around here.
Everybody is, dude. It's
and when I say everybody, I mean everybody.
Your teacher probably does cocaine.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. So, except for Coach Hill because he's a wonderful human being. Yeah. No, but that's a very good. No, but that's honestly that might be the most correct answer in terms of just people in general.
No, because you think about when you get those guys when they're up on Capitol Hill. Like I used to go to this little lounge called I think it was 201 Lounge. It was right next to the Capitol. So you would see all them people come down with their suits and everything coming down off the hill after a long day of working on Capitol Hill. January 6th and all that.
Yeah. Don't visit the nation, by the way, around that time of year. Just saying.
So yeah, you just see them getting fucked up, but it trickles down because everybody lives even over where we live. They work for the government. And they get drug tested, so they can't do other stuff.
I think we're really on to something.
Bro, I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Yeah. So alcoholism is probably at an all-time high because people can't use recreational weed, or I wouldn't call Coke
what do you mean
a very
all-time high. We dry snitching. No, we're not. We're doing fucking just speaking.
Who the fuck
facts.
said we're dry snitching?
BTK, which is Christian.
What's up, dude? How are you? But no, we're not dry snitching. But at an all-time, I wouldn't say. Well, maybe an all-time high because
it's always been high.
Yeah,
but that's America. That's why it's like
it is. It is the number one vice for everybody. Okay, and it's just like so. The whole month, we didn't drink. I know we call it Sober October. I am an active THC user. Okay, which is
okay. Carry on.
But that is something that I've partaked in, but something that I actually prefer to alcohol. As much as we go out, as much as we drink, as this and that, I would rather not have any booze and have my plant any day of the week. And that probably applies to most people. I
don't know if it applies to most people.
Well, not most people, but I think if you went up to somebody and said, "Hey, man, if you'd rather smoke weed or would you rather get drunk?" I feel like
you're being nice with it though, because some people, if it was allowed, they would probably choose other.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong, dude. Like I'm sure
probably
people
choose heroin and all the other shit.
Yeah,
there's countries where all that shit's legal, and they have less of a drug problem. Only because drugs aren't treated as criminal offenses. They're treated as like drug addiction is treated as a medical issue, which it actually is, because it's an addiction. It's an addiction,
yeah,
which should be treated by a physician of something, whatever specialized that is.
Isn't that nuts though? Like if you really think about it,
well, it's because there's so much money. The war on drugs is why it's that way, because you can't get rid of. If you got rid of the war on drugs,
yeah.
You know how many people are losing their jobs, especially in law enforcement? DEA, shit, ATF will probably go down. All that shit.
It's pretty nuts, man. Like I legit think we're at a point in time where one, I don't know, it just blows my mind. There's obviously nothing we can ever do about it, or I mean, it is what it is. I hate that saying, by the way, but it is what it is. But you're right.
People say they hate that saying, but yet it fits so well.
It does. I don't know if I don't like it because it's new, or I don't like it because
not new.
It's.
This has been going around for fucking centuries.
I normally don't say it is what it is.
I know, because you don't understand what it is means. Not yet.
I understand what it is.
Okay.
But whatever. It upsets me that me and you are going to grow old together, which makes me happy, by the way, just letting you know, and that these things that we think about that plague the American populace on a day-to-day basis, nothing will ever happen about it. Nothing will ever change. Alcohol is going to be legal forever, and people are going to keep, unfortunately, self-medicating.
When alcohol was illegal in this country, it didn't help. It made things worse anyway. But which is the argument behind legalizing all the other drugs. Because prohibition for alcohol didn't work.
No,
because you had a bunch of bootleggers and moonshiners, and that's how you got Al Capone. Like, they had to make up a whole fucking entire new type of law to fucking catch this guy. That's racketeering and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. They were probably making it in bathtubs and shit. But
no, probably
it just stinks because there are so many more healthy ways to vent and to just take overall better care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with going out and having a drink or anything like that. But if you're doing it day in and day out and this and that, and you're just overdoing it, after a certain point, it's a
you need to pull up your chat because
it's a poison. Okay, here.
Epic say if you're on these super addictive drugs, are you truly free or are you a slave to the drug? I mean, either way, yeah, you're still a slave to the drug. Just like I was saying last week, I didn't want to be a slave to alcohol and like have a certain time dictate when I decide I can go back to start drinking. I want to be able to dictate it as opposed to this thing in my brain telling me, oh, you got to have it. You got to like that type of shit.
Yeah.
If it goes down to that, then yeah, you're a slave of that. But at the same time, as a principle of freedom, that I believe you should still be able to do it as long as you're not harming anybody else.
Yeah. So I 100% agree with that.
So yeah, that's why he was saying that's why people don't want to be illegal. Again, it comes down to instead of
how responsible you are.
No, it comes down to what philosophy you live by. Should the government be telling you what you want to do or what you can and can't do, or should you be able to make that decision on your own? That's what true freedom is, in my opinion. But I may see it a different way than other people see it.
Yeah. Well, I look at anything addictive, whether it's drugs, alcohol, money, sex, whatever. Anything that has...
I love money, though.
Well, everybody's addicted. Put it this way. If you didn't need money, would you be addicted to it? No. Exactly.
I mean, but how else would you acquire things? Aside from bartering, which all the money is a barter system.
That is. Excuse me.
This guy just yawned on
No. What I'm saying is the idea of money, the whole reason everybody's money hungry is obviously it goes back to that system where you have to obtain it in order to trade it for goods and services and all that other pussy.
Oh, sorry, what?
I mean, it's actually the oldest profession of all time.
No, I'm not even saying that.
Yeah.
Like, to get some high level pussy, you gotta have high level funds.
Yeah, no, which is fine.
And it had nothing to do with the oldest profession because, okay, it does because I always say you pay for it somehow. So
yeah.
Why not pay it for it in the short term?
Yeah, it's like we can probably go fucking 10 different directions with this conversation, but we're gonna go in one. If money didn't exist, okay,
you said that already.
we would not need it. It's just a necessity of life, and that's where that greed and that hunger and that desire to get it comes from, because you feel, obviously, the more money you have, the more you're capable of doing, which is correct in today's
the more
society.
free you are to do things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like that's the whole point. The addiction is not so much to be addicted to the money; it's you want that the next level of freedom.
Okay, that is correct. So I'm going to kind of retract a little bit of what I said, but that at the end of the day is to where you have enough money to where you can just be like, okay, I'm good.
Some people are like that, but if you want to get to that next level, then you have to do what it takes to get to that next level.
I think that's fair. But
we're talking about two totally different. We're talking about different addictions. Like money is one. That's one thing.
Well,
but like drugs and alcohol are a whole different.
What I was going to say about addiction, and I'm somebody who has an addictive personality. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, you wear those fucking glasses every week.
Yeah, so you don't have to be addicted. Yeah, it's whatever you're here. I'm not addicted. I'm not addicted.
Look, he's trying to fucking.
I'm gonna start fucking sweating here in a second.
His power over everything. What the fuck is T17?
What up? Hi, T17. Welcome to the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
No, I said, what is it? Epic put that on there.
So my point is like, don't know your limits. You know, addictive personalities happen when it takes over other aspects of your life, like masturbation. Okay.
Okay. He was like, for example, the one struggle that I fucking struggle with every day.
So if you beat off every day, all day, it's going to affect your life. It's going to affect your personal life. I know this is a weird example, and I'm sorry, but it just came to mind.
That's because you're battling it right now.
I am not battling my addiction with masturbation. So, masturbation. Anyway, so I'm not going to, but put it this way.
There's your opener, ladies and gentlemen.
So if I wake up and I whack it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. But then I got to whack it again before I get in the shower. And then after I get out of the shower, I got to whack it. And then I get to work and it's going to disrupt your daily life, right?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
How much whacking are you doing?
Not enough, apparently. Not enough.
Wait. So these are actual scheduled times? That you have?
I don't. When I whack it, you'll know it. Put it that way.
No, I prefer not to.
Actually, strike number 6. This is the end of the
No, you're at like 8.
Okay, so I'm really screwing up today, but that's okay. No,
this man, as I come in the door, he was like, looking like a porn star coming in. I'm like, what?
Yeah, your hair. I was just like, yeah.
What kind of way is that to greet somebody?
I don't know. Then I just started like thrusting. I was like, yeah. But anyway,
then he screamed. Oh my god, I don't even want to repeat what you screamed.
I will not repeat it. But what I'm saying is, if it starts to affect your daily life at some point, say you're late for work because you were too busy whacking it.
Oh, you didn't done that?
Yeah, same. But you didn't make dinner because you're too busy whacking it, or your friends are waiting for you.
He does that. He does it all the time. Epic. He does it all the time. He has not doing it today because he has jeans on, so he can't really do it.
I am not fucking whacking it right now.
Yo, this auto mod is fucking going crazy right now.
I enjoy the mod, and welcome to the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. You should always like, share, comment, subscribe, and the most important thing you should do is review on YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, which we're on now. Hi, internet. Okay, you should do it every week. You should tell your friends. You should tell your friends' friends. Tell the girl that you hide your wife from. It's okay.
Oh, why?
They actually don't do that, but just saying. But I'm saying,
do whatever you want. Again, this goes back to freedom. Just don't hurt anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, when things start to the whole reason me saying this is when any type of addiction starts to affect your daily life to a degree where you're missing work or you're just in shambles, so to speak, that's when it's a problem. Obviously, it's all about being responsible, doing things in moderation, and having self-control and discipline. And just like Kevin told us, or told me Monday.
Correct yourself.
Yeah, Kevin told me, because I was like, I'm going to have a beer. He was like, dude, you don't want to wait another hour? He said, you've waited 31 days. And I was just like, yeah. I was like, so what's the point? He said, dude. He was like,
it's a principle.
He said, it's principle things. I said, all right, man, because I love him to death. He's obviously awesome to us. He said, no problem. And after about 5 minutes, I had completely forgot that urge that I wanted to have a beer. And then after I had my beer, I was just like, nah.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Yeah, I was just like, nah.
It is what it is. Oh, see, you got me fucking saying it now. Let's move on. I'm tired of talking about that.
Yeah, so we're not going to talk about masturbation anymore. Do you know what I want to talk about, Jared?
What?
Masturbation. Oh, so, no. So, obviously, a week has gone by. Last week, I gave my review or my personal insight on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for the last week, I've been dibbling and dabbling in it.
Barry, we're going over that again?
No, I was just going to say how much fun I've been having with it, but some of the spawns are killing me.
I haven't even played.
Oh, dude. Some of the spawns are legit super cringe and...
Oh, you mean on the multiplayer?
Yeah. It just,
they do that. They were doing that during the beta.
I don't know, man.
They're trying to make it. They're trying to make it more. I don't want to say user friendly. They're trying to make it so everybody can still get a chance to play.
Which is, I understand, like, as a gamer and as a nerd, and the demographic has expanded immensely in the last 30 years, okay, in gaming. Everybody plays video games now.
Here you go. Here comes the misogyny of RJ.
And when that happens, is that you have obviously a broader audience. Your audience is growing, but not everybody is going to be that day one.
So what you're saying is that women shouldn't play video games.
I have no problem with women playing video games.
That's not what you were saying before we turned the mics on, though.
Yeah, no, I was belittling all of them. All of them.
I'm surprised you actually went with that.
But what I was going to say is...
Who's moderating this? The auto mods.
Yeah, Jesus. When you are a diehard day one guy like me, okay, and some of our buddies that are watching and some of the people I know personally, it's not something that I talk about. I share it with you, obviously, in this. But when I go out in society and I live my everyday life, it's not something I talk about remotely whatsoever. I'll bring it up.
Can somebody fill me in what the fuck he's talking about?
I'm talking about... shit, what am I talking about?
Oh, jeez.
Talk
about Fall Guys. How about that?
Fall Guys?
We had a request for Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is awesome, dude. So this is why I don't like playing with Frashy. What's up, Al? So I've had the game for a little over a month now. Mm-hmm. I downloaded it. Obviously, I'm achievement hunting in it. You know, nobody wanted me to complete the game. Guess what? It's almost completed. Yeah, you ain't stopping me. So Frashy, who is kind enough to help me, because there was one achievement that I obtained last week, which is actually considerably very hard in the game. It is probably the hardest achievement. It's called Infallible, where you have to win 5 games in a row. Now, at first you think, 5 games in a row? That's nothing. I could win 5 games in COD easy. I could win 5 games in Halo, Gears, whatever. Fall Guys is a different breed. It is a very difficult game to maintain a win streak in. But luckily enough, last weekend there was an event for a game mode that was out. It's called Sweet Thieves, where you basically steal candy and you put the candy in the hole and then you win. Mm-hmm. Frashy was nice enough to download the game because it's free. It's on Game Pass or
I thought he was the one that got you.
No. It was actually Phobia and a couple of my other buddies.
Okay.
So he downloaded it. I said, Al, I just need one teammate. I said, because I could win 3-4 in a row, no problem by myself. But that 5th game, it's all chance when you're playing with randoms. I said, dude, I just need one teammate. I said, I promise you. Well, I said, we can get this super easy.
Was he running interference?
No, it's just somebody to communicate with in terms of just like, hey, I'm doing this. That's really all it was. I said, I can guarantee you will get this achievement. And it's the hardest achievement in the game. Only 1% of the population has it, on Xbox and all that. So Frashy downloads it. He said, how do I play this game mode? The game is pretty simple. You have the jump button, the dive button, and the grab button. That's it. 3 buttons and your joystick. So I explained him the game mode, and me and Frashy probably won about 15 games in a row. Okay, we unlocked this achievement. He got all the hard achievements out of the way because we're able to do it in this one game mode for because they do it once a month. And I was, one, ecstatic because I was so worried that I was never going to be able to get it. Because winning 5 in a row in the game is not easy by any means. There's so much chance when it comes to it. And the whole reason I brought this story up, because I take forever when I tell them, is that Frashy has surpassed me. Sorry, are you falling asleep over there?
No, I'm sorry.
He has surpassed me in days played, in games played. He's had it downloaded for a week. He's like addicted to it now. He's got.
When you said it was addicting.
It's a very addicting, but I just think it's funny because I streamed twice this week, 3 times this week. I didn't get on Fall Guys, just got on Modern Warfare, and then the other nights, obviously, I stepped out or whatever the case may be. A week, that's it. He's surpassed me in every way in that game in the last week in terms of games played, time played, wins, and everything else. And he's on track.
He's a better time manager than you are.
He's also a lot richer than I am, and he has a family and a wife that loves him. You know who loves me? I would say you, but I doubt it. My mom.
That's true.
Oh, so speaking of my mom.
Oh, my God. Bro, no more drinking before the show.
No, I only had 2 drinks.
Okay.
And I'm just in a general good mood today.
Okay.
I'm just in a good mood. My mom, so earlier in the week, and I meant to
a little bit
call.
of sun. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no bullshit. Vitamin D. So you know what came today in the mail? I wouldn't say the mail, but you know what was dropped off at my house today?
What was that, RJ? Sorry.
I know. Mighty Meals.
Oh, the shit that I told you about.
Yeah, so my mom was talking about it, and the whole week she kept talking about it. I was like, yo, I remember Jared's got a coupon. I said, I got to call Jared. And I kept forgetting. It just kept slipping my mind because she would just randomly bring it up. I was like, I got to call Jared so he can get, something off of referring us and all that. I was thinking of you and benefiting you, by the way.
Keep going.
And so the Mighty Meals came today, and I'm excited. I'm excited for.
Oh, you haven't even had one?
No, not yet.
How many did you order?
I don't know. So there's a couple in the fridge. I don't know exactly all what my mom got. I just know that she ordered it.
Yeah, they got a bunch of different stuff.
And but they look kind of dank, dude. And I'm not gonna lie. At least what she got. So I'm excited to try a Mighty Meal here. I
haven't actually ordered them in a while. I've been using my crock pot more because I have one of those. And it's an Instapot. It's a pressure cooker and a crock pot and all that shit. So I just take, like this past week, I did barbecue thighs, boneless, skinless thighs.
Ooh.
Just put them bad boys in there.
I need to come over to your house more often.
Well, I mean, motherfuckers, I'll be telling motherfuckers, I'll be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
I will not poop in your house.
Okay.
Okay. Just sorry.
Whatever.
I know random. Super.
Ew, no, that pineapple on pizza emote is disgusting. We need to ban that.
I mean, it's
it's garbage.
It is what it is.
So
Fuck,
yeah,
I hate that saying.
you put the barbecue sauce in there. I put some garlic, some minced garlic, a couple other things, probably pepper and some other shit. But I put that in there 3 or 4 hours. I think it was 4 hours on high, and then I made my potato. Like a baked potato in the microwave. So, boom, I had food for the whole week. And shit falls apart. You just touch it and it just falls apart.
So I want to talk to you about potatoes, Jared.
I hate sweet potatoes.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
Turkey time. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Right?
Yeah. So I was talking to somebody last night who, have you ever been to Texas Roadhouse?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So he was telling me a story. He said maybe 6 months ago, he goes to Texas Roadhouse. He said he loves it, likes going there. He said, man, I love their baked potato. I love it, Mm-hmm. And he said, I get this, and then this is my side, blah, blah, blah. And he said one Saturday, he went up there to go get a dinner or whatever the case may be, and he ordered a baked potato. And the server, the waitress, host, whomever, came up and said, sir, unfortunately, we do not have potatoes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He was devastated. He was legit upset. Not with the server, just in general, because that's one of his favorite portions of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you, if as a potato connoisseur, because we are, if you went out somewhere and they didn't have your favorite appetizer or side dish.
You just gotta get something else and move on.
But would you be upset, like emotionally? Like, no, well, not emotionally,
I mean,
but
no, it would be emotionally, because especially if you're looking forward to something because you went there for that and they don't have it, then of course you're gonna feel some type of emotion.
Now, would you let it ruin the experience?
It depends on how bad I wanted it. Whatever.
Okay, so which
get to the point?
No, my point is so I just basically was saying that he was so. The gentleman talking to me was so devastated. Well,
he sounds like he likes food. If he specifically goes there for a specific potato, then that's his thing.
Yeah,
he's probably a food guy. He's a food guy, right?
He is a food guy. Yeah. He is a foodie.
So,
but
emotionally, that is going to devastate him.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that, and I'm sure I have when it comes to certain things. But man, when he was telling me this story,
fish and chips, mate.
I could see the fucking pain in his eyes, you know.
Again, I'm trying to be nice. He's a food guy.
Yeah, I understand that. But it was
replace that word with another F word.
Anyway, so just saying. But, he was just so passionate about this potato.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not inspired by it, but I was just like, you know what? This guy's got a point. I was like, I think I'm going to make a baked potato. So tomorrow, I'm making baked potatoes.
Shit, I just put them motherfuckers in the microwave.
Well, yeah, I know. But I need potatoes. I got to go to the store and get potatoes.
Oh, I'll order my from Amazon Fresh.
Dude, same with my mother. Oh, dude, my mom is driving me up a wall. Dude.
Amazon Fresh, they get your shit there.
I think I'm getting old. Because earlier this week, what was it? Well, I wouldn't even say earlier this week. I would say Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
A good friend of mine, shout out to Joe, by the way. I've known him since middle school.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big Steelers guy. You know, we're Steeler buddies, all that. He's super, super awesome guy. So he posted a picture on Facebook. He actually attempted to make a loaf of bread at home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He made his own bread. And I was so impressed by his bread, his loaf.
Nothing fucking novel about making bread at home.
Nothing. No, it's not. It's not a.
And I saw the picture. It looked like something. It was a bread maker. It was specifically to make bread.
I don't care. I was so impressed by his loaf of bread, like legitimately.
This fucking guy, bro. I make banana bread like all the time. What are you talking about?
And you don't bring me any.
No.
But I don't give you pasta salad.
It usually gets eaten very quickly.
How much banana bread do you make?
I only make like a loaf because you only need 2 ripe bananas to make a whole, to make a loaf.
I didn't know you made banana bread.
Yeah, especially during the pandemic, I was making it.
I remember you saying that, but I didn't realize how frequent you were a banana bread maker.
This is the time of year to make it. I mean, I just got to get a couple of other things. I can make some more. It's fucking easy.
Well, the point is that getting old is weird because I was so impressed by this guy's bread loaf. Like, legitimately, I was like, that looks amazing. I wanted a piece of his bread. And I'm hoping that he makes another piece.
Now, wait, try making sourdough bread. That's a whole different fucking... I tried that during the pandemic, too. That's just not easy. You had to have a starter.
Yeah.
Which is like the yeast, like where all the yeast is, and then you feed that. You have to feed that, and then you have to take some, put it for your bread, and then you let that rise. Fucking.
As somebody who's manipulated multiple dough balls in his life, I feel I would be up for the challenge.
I mean, you could try it. You got to start off with a starter. If you want to make your own starter, then I mean, you can get starters from other people, but it's more satisfying because supposedly starters can last hundreds of years because it's the same. You're using the same original thing from the.
All right, so I'm gonna make bread this week, folks, and I'm gonna let you know how it goes. But yeah, I was so impressed by his bread, and it looked good. It looked delicious. I would make toast with it, maybe a sandwich, maybe like a little bit of butter or jelly, whatever. I was highly impressed. I just was so shocked how impressed I was with this guy's
I've been
bread.
fucking with this last week. Been getting I ran out of butter, so I've been using olive oil to make English muffins, and I use the Foreman grill.
Yeah.
You take the olive oil, pour it on there, and then you put it face down on the Foreman grill. You close the Foreman grill, let it do its thing. So it comes out nice, crispy. Put a little peanut butter on there, and you got you a little snack.
Olive oil in muffins.
All it is it's another fat. All butter is a fat.
Oh yeah, I mean I know. Obviously, it's obviously not good for you.
But olive oil is much healthier for you, and you just pour a little bit on top of the bread, and then you put it face down. So then it's basically cooking in its own in the oil, like you're frying it in the Foreman grill.
I'm impressed with the way you think, Mr. Smith. Really
I'm trying to make food that tastes good. I don't want
Now, let me ask you this: would you prefer olive oil or the butter?
It depends. I like the butter on the English muffin because there's not as much salt with olive oil. Like I could add salt to it, but it's weird adding salt to something that I'm gonna eat and put peanut butter on.
No. That does sound a bit. What is the word I'm looking for? Odd. Okay, so the butter. So, it's got me thinking. You want
me thinking, huh?
You want to like make spaghetti together?
I mean, we said we were gonna cook some shit and try it on the show. What do you mean make spaghetti together?
I know that sounded like extremely weird.
Yeah, you've been on that all day today. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just in a good mood. I'm happy.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy. I got a couple of days off of work.
Again?
Yeah, dude, I requested Monday and Tuesday off like a month ago. I requested that off. So I've got a 4-day weekend. Yay! Which is for personal reasons. Happy birthday, Dad. But what I was gonna say is that I'm just in better spirits lately. Because I feel accomplished for our month of sobriety.
And there's no depressants going into your, well,
yeah,
there are now, but there's not as many as there was.
Yeah, and I just can't believe how much better I feel,
That should tell you something there.
I know. And, but that is something that I'm, that is my own personal struggle, something that I work on. But yeah, I 100% agree. But I'm just happy that we were able to obviously.
Fresh, he said you're hot. He loves this stream.
Shut up, Al. We need to finish MCC, buddy. Ready to run some lasso?
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
So
none of anybody else.
So for those that don't know,
we're not talking about it.
What, lasso?
Yeah.
Legendary, all skulls on.
It's going to take you fucking 5 hours to get to what the fuck is a lasso.
So
the only thing I know is a lasso is when a cowboy uses it to wrangle some cattle. Speaking of wrangling cattle, I watched, and I hadn't seen it in years, City Slickers the other day.
Dude, that's actually a really good movie.
I know.
I actually love that.
It's a lot shorter than I thought it was.
You'd be surprised at some of the shit you grew up watching. You were so infatuated with it, and it's like only like 80 minutes long, or just something.
Yeah, this was like an hour and 34. But yeah, it was, and it's always sad when the dude dies, the old guy.
Yeah,
forgot his name now.
Dude, City.
I was actually sad in real life when he died. No, I would not, because I don't even like Gears of 5. Sorry.
Oh my god, dude! No, dude. There's no way. There's no way.
I'm not a big Gears of War.
Well, I will say the thing about Gears of War.
I guess because I'm not an Xbox guy. So.
Yeah, I mean it is a Microsoft staple. Marcus Phoenix, Dom, Santiago,
yeah, carry on,
Baird, the Coltrane,
carry
the fucking Lucas.
On.
But anyway, what I was gonna say is that those movies, like I was talking about the Usual Suspects at work the other day.
The movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie. I haven't seen that in a while.
No, but somebody said, "Oh man," they were like, "It's right under your nose, and you would never even know it." And it just reminds me of that. Obviously, Kevin Spacey being the bad guy at the end.
He was the bad guy in real life too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's crazy. I actually forgot about that.
He's supposedly. I saw him doing something recently. He's coming back, making a comeback.
I haven't seen anything.
It was something very small, and it was a while. It was probably a couple months ago when I saw that. It was like a thing. Kevin Spacey's back. Blah blah blah.
it stinks too because he's such a phenomenal actor.
He's the white version of Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's not a. Yeah, no, you're right. No, but I was just talking to them. I was like, oh, that reminds me of The Usual Suspects. And then I think about that opening scene when they're in the lineup and all the guys are just like, give me your cocksucking fucking key, and they're just all talking shit. And believe it or not, that scene, it's mostly improvised. All those guys, they did like 100 takes on it or whatever it is, but they just kept the funniest one. They literally went off script.
No Coke.
Dude.
There's gotta be Coke.
That has to be probably one of the best opening scenes.
That was used in Iron Man, Ghostface Killer's debut solo album.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Wu-Tang's forever.
Yeah. But I always get a big kick out of the scene because I always have been fascinated by like improv. But you watch a movie, it's like, oh, this is a script. In some of the best scenes and some of the best movies, they're not written or anything. It's all the actor just playing the role. And I always get a big, big kick out of that scene. So that was my story.
Iron Man falls.
Give me your keys, you cocksucking motherfucker. Dude, oh my God, that shit is too funny. I like to laugh. Do you like to laugh, Jared?
I'm laughing at these two guys talking shit about each other's games.
What game are they talking shit about?
Epic said one of the few worst games, basically Gears 5 is one of the few worst games worse than COD.
Dude.
And then Frashy says PUBG sucks Manticore.
Dude. So the thing about Gears 4 and 5 is that
they're trash.
They're not. No. Hold on. You're not letting me finish. The Gears of War is known for one, its grittiness in its storytelling, and then what it's also notoriously known for.
In other words, he's saying they could have stopped at 2.
No, three was the pinnacle, and everybody will agree with that. Gears is known for an achievement, and it's in every single Gears of War game. It's called Seriously. Okay,
I seriously won't be playing it.
The requirements for these achievements or that achievement is always fucking balls nuts. Nuts balls. Ballsy nuts. My nuts. Look at them! So, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know where that came from. So, in Gears of War 1, Seriously was to kill 10,000. Now, granted, this is back in 2005, 2006, was to kill 10,000 people online total. Okay? Obviously, if you play a game for several months, that'll come with time. But still, it's a hefty task for people who, one, might not be good at multiplayer or whatever the case may be. Gears of War 2 comes out. Mm-hmm. Okay? Seriously, 2.0. Kill 100,000 players or enemies in any game mode.
I ain't got no time for that shit.
Oh, hold on. I'm not even done.
No, I don't care anymore.
Well, since I'm doing it, Gears of War 3 comes out. Seriously, 3.0. Reach max rank and obtain 65 Onyx medals. Now, there's 70 medals, 70 or 80 medals in Gears of War 3 that all have tiers, which is bronze, silver, gold, and onyx. And obviously, each tier is a collection of kills with a weapon, maybe wins in a game mode, a certain amount of kills or assists. Gears of War 4. Okay. Seriously.
Like I said, you lost me at 2.
Gears of War 4 is the only Seriously achievement that I've actually ever gotten. Okay.
What, did they fucking dumb it down?
No. It took me about a whole year to get it. You had to reach max level. You had to complete each Horde map. For people who don't know Horde, it's the PvE, player versus environment mode, where you have a team of 5, and you just have waves of enemies coming at you. And there's 50 waves total. The requirements were crazy. And now we're here with Gears 5, something that me and Al, who is determined to complete, and I tell him he's fucking crazy, because he is. There are 2 Seriously achievements in Gears 5. Seriously 5.0 Chapter 1, and Seriously 5.0 Chapter 2. In order to get the last one, the ladder, as they like to say,
Oh, in the English language? Oh, yeah.
what I speak, you have to prestige 60 times, master every horde map, complete campaign. I think it's on inconceivable mode, and like 5 other things. And then you have to amass 100,000 kills online.
You know what? This is how they get you guys to fucking suck your life away. They just give you this addicting. This is for the achievement hunters.
No, and I have not gotten any of them.
That's all of these games do.
Gears is known for the grind. That's what Gears is known for, dude.
I ain't got time for this shit.
And I know one guy that has the full, all 181 achievements.
Full Monty.
The full Monty. The whole shebang. The big wiener.
Okay.
So.
We're going to be closing down here pretty soon.
And do you know how many days he has played in this game, Jared?
I think you told me this before.
He has 195 days played in this game. That's in-game time. That's a fucking ton.
How many actual hours?
So here, if we were to, let me take my phone.
So those are actual hours?
No. Yeah, actual hours of his life. So
well, that's a lot more because that means you're playing fucking.
So here, if I were to do
it had
the
to take him at least a few years.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. So 24.
No, I don't need you to do the math.
Times
I was
one.
saying, like, average of when he would do it. You can't really get an average of that.
But my point is that only so many people, as an achievement hunter, only so many. Who's talking shit about me?
He's not talking shit.
I know it's one of you motherfuckers.
That's why you need to have the chat up.
Well, I don't like looking at my phone.
Or you can just watch it when it comes out on Monday.
Yeah.
You can watch it. As you can see right here, we have the chat right here. So
that's so cool. Dude, you're so cool for figuring that out. Do you know
it's in the fucking software. Speaking of that, someone who we haven't talked to in quite some time hit me up about doing some I don't know, putting this type of shit together. Really? And I was like, oh, now you want to talk to me. So Greg hits me up today and was like, what's the software you use to record the video and audio? I'm like, OBS. He was like, yeah, I'm trying to stream.
Can you say that gentleman's name one more time?
Hold on. God damn.
So the software, you told him that. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry because I was actually thinking of that gentleman the other day.
Fuck it. God damn, you fucking ruined my fucking. I don't ruin your long ass drab stories, so don't ruin mine.
You sleep through half of them.
Yeah, because they're long.
Okay, go ahead.
Unlike other things, if that's what you were.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I was born this way. Okay, I can't help it.
Well, that's why they keep talking shit about you in here.
All my internet friends lick their own buttholes at night. Okay, go ahead.
Don't think that's possible, but okay. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, so yeah, I told him what software it was, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to stream this Xbox thing." I'm like, "You can stream from Xbox," but he wants to have it his image up, like I told you a while ago to do.
You know, if people wanted to see,
and guess what he said he was going to use?
Please tell me.
Think about it. What do you have available to you that you just are too lazy to figure out how to use?
Twitch?
No.
Well,
I mean, it's part of it would be part of Twitch. And whatever I keep telling you need to do for your stream.
I need to change my title because I'm not good at that. I need to change several settings so it saves my game so people can watch them.
Well, those two, but what is the main thing that I told you a long time ago?
People want to see my face.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. I'm so glad that people,
So what he was saying is he's going to use his iPhone, which you can do the same fucking thing.
I actually didn't know that.
You just got to fucking Google it. Like I said last night, fucking look it up, bro. Jeez. Yeah, exactly. See, Epic knew what I was talking about.
Deep River.
Okay, guys.
Old River.
I don't know what's happening.
You know, I missed you all week. I thought about you the other day. Believe it or not, after I took a dump. I'm not even lying. So I was taking a dump at work. And
so you were thinking about me while turds were coming out of your ass?
No, it was afterwards. I was just
fucking
still
disgusting.
I was still in the bathroom though. Mm-hmm. Like Like, I'm done taking a dump, you know.
You guys hear this?
And I washed my hands, and then somebody said something, and it reminded me of you immediately. They were like, oh, man, what the fuck did they say? It was a customer, believe it or not. I'm glad they came in after I was done defecating everywhere. He was like, man, he was like, what the fuck did this guy say? And I was like, oh, my God, he sounds just like Jared.
It wasn't that important then.
It was something silly, but it's something that I feel that you would agree with and something that you would say. He said something about American-made cars. He was like, man, if I wanted to buy a Dodge, you know, and he owns a Dodge, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck.
But that wouldn't something I would say because I always say don't buy American cars.
No, but he was going on. He was like, if I wanted to buy a piece of shit, I would fucking wipe my own ass, like, you know. Or
why the fuck? I don't talk like that.
Well, you don't talk like that, but like just his whole.
He made me sound like some country shit too.
It just his whole demeanor reminded me of you. Like it wasn't like how he said it. It was just what he said and how he was projecting it. I was like, man, you know what? Jared would say some shit like that. And then he was like, who the fuck is Jared? And then I was like, oh, I'm just talking to myself.
First of all,
I didn't do all that.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew you weren't even going to acknowledge the fact that the guy was in the bathroom after you took a shit. Poo, 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 poo.
Dude, so I was taking a shit at work, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. And let me ask you something. Like when and I know we've talked about this, you know, many times over the last several years on 155 episodes of this podcast. Here, let me take my headset off.
Mainly you, but yeah.
Taking my headset off.
You're about to start talking about shit again, aren't you?
Probably. I'm taking my headset off.
Get rid of that bottle over there.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize. I forgot that was there. You know, dude, pooping is a very important part of, a part of life. And there's nothing like a good, healthy poop. Like, I mean, the one where you just let it all out. You know, I'm just saying it just makes you feel empty after you're done. So I'm pooping, you know, and I'm thinking, well, this is a nice poop. And so do you know what ghost wiping is, Jared? Dude?
I don't know, but you're probably going to tell us.
So for those, and I didn't know this either until somebody brought it up to me. So and you can look it up online. I don't look up science things, but I look up fucking turds and shit. And there's several forms of wiping, okay? Like the way it streaks upon the cloth. And have you ever taken such a big dump that you just go to wipe and then there's nothing there? Like after just evacuating your bowels and there's just nothing. And there's nothing there. That's what ghost wiping is. So that's something I learned over the week while I was taking a dump at work. And I will no longer talk about defecation on this show. I will not speak about anything remotely related. You know, for everybody out there, that was the very first sound I had Jared download because I said we need a toilet flushing sound, and it is totally worth it. Yeah, so...
Well, that's the flush down. This shit is coming out of your mouth.
Shit. That is the second thing that I had Jared down. No, I know. But hey, if you guys got an idea for a noise or a sound bite or anything to add to the
last time I tried to add them, they didn't fucking get added.
You know, add something to the soundboard. It could be something really random, miscellaneous, whatever the case may be. Please give us an idea. You can always leave a comment on YouTube when the show airs Monday at 9 a.m. You have all week to watch it. You should watch it every day.
You could also leave them anywhere else you get your podcast. The audio podcasts come out everywhere on wherever you get your downloads for your podcast.
That's awesome. And just to bring that up, when I was at one of these bars today, I ran into a gentleman that I see every so often. Mm-hmm. He said, hey, man. He said, what's your podcast on? And that's when the Jared and me came out. I said, well, you know what? I said, we're on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and then miscellaneous other things. And then he hands me his phone and he clicks on something. He said, can you find it for me? And that's when I got dumb, like immediately. I have never searched for our own podcast.
That's sad.
Because
that means you don't follow it anywhere else. You don't follow it.
I don't.
Even on iTunes. You don't subscribe to it.
No, I think iTunes I do. I'll have to check. I mean, dude, we've been doing the show for like fucking 30 years, so we're a part of it. But I showed it to him. I said, "Hey, this is us." And he looked at one episode. He said, Rocky Mountain J. And he was like, that sounds pretty cool. And I was like, well, not to be confused with Rocky Mountain oysters. Then I told him that I was talking about balls the entire time.
Well, yeah, if he had watched the rest of the show, he would have understood what that was.
No, he's never even listened to he's a first-time listener.
I know, but I'm saying, but with that episode, he would have heard us. Because even the intro we were talking about.
No. But he was just looking at the description.
And most people, aside from you, know what Rocky Mountain oysters are.
I'm sorry that I didn't know that.
Now you know. Phobia's in the building.
Oh.
He says, sup, bitches, and by bitches, I mean RJ.
Oh, what's up, Phobia? The guy that won't help me play any video games? Like, hey, Phobia, you want to help me with achievement? Phobia's like, I'd rather wipe my ass with a pine cone than help you.
Just hit him with this, Phobia.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
He tells me all the time. He tells me all the time. Whenever I play, he will literally join my party, see who's in there. He's like, oh, Dope's in here with a bunch of fucking queers, and he'll leave. You know.
I mean, I would probably do the same thing. I'd do the Abraham Simpson joint. Walk in the door.
Oh, dude, Abe Simpson. Dude, that's such a great meme too. He walks in, puts his hat on, hangs it up, goes right back out. So what I wanted to bring up on Tuesday, gaming related, two things are happening. Two major things. One of them involves Halo Infinite, which everybody wants. Oh my
God, I knew you were gonna say one of those. Never mind.
Nobody cares about
Halo and fucking Gears of War.
No, actually, God of War Ragnarok comes out on Tuesday.
I already heard bad things about it.
I heard nothing but wonderful things about it.
Maybe I don't know. I never played any of the Gods of War, and I'm a PlayStation guy.
Oh my God, dude!
I probably won't,
dude. Please. Just
you buy it for me. Buy me the first one. Wait, well, the first one was what? PlayStation 2, right?
No, you just need to play the one that came out 4 years ago, and that's it.
Was that a remake or something?
Well, no, it's not a remake. It's a continuation of the story of Kratos. It is a god, no pun intended. It is like a god tier game. You have to play it. You have to play
relax. Okay.
It's an incredible.
I might get to it.
It's an incredible video game. I mean, it is a masterclass in every sense of the word.
How long is it? Because I don't have, I just want to play through that, and then if I'm going to play the new one, then I want.
Well, obviously, difficulty. I would say one playthrough will probably take you 15 to 20 hours, which I think is solid
in a couple of days.
Yeah, which I think is solid for any campaign in any game. But there's obviously side quests and obviously more you can do. But first time through on normal, I would say maybe 15 to 20 hours. But it is such a master class of a game. It is by far one of the top games of this generation. And I am so fucking stoked to play the new one. I am excited as fuck. Well,
coming Tuesday, RJ is going to be beating off in front of his computer. Tune in on his stream.
Yeah.
Not this one.
And
which is forever_dope.
Yes. And when you do see me beating off, it will probably be in a Fairfax County prison. So.
God damn, you just fucking.
That actually sounds really.
All kinds of geolocations.
I mean, it's a prison. People go there.
That would be a jail.
Jail. Yeah, well, it is a jail. It's not a prison. Shout out to Lorton, by the way.
God damn, this guy.
What? It's a location. People can look it up.
That's fine, but they don't need to know exact everything.
This is true. But just saying. So, God of War Ragnarok comes out Tuesday. Super stoked.
He's going to do it on purpose, too, Phobia.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, anyway. Very excited. Very, very excited about that.
Gay!
I am. I'm just the most flamboyant person. I've got my little sombreros, my ducks. You guys, you couldn't tell? I think you using that against me is disrespect to Christopher Lloyd and the great Dr. Emmett Brown.
Nah. Speaking of that, somebody was one of my favorite characters of his this weekend. They were opposite of that. Anyway, somebody was dressed up as Veronica. Not Veronica. It was Veronica. What was the name from the chick's name from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I can't remember now.
It's is it Jessica?
It's either Veronica or Jessica.
Yeah. So I know exactly who you're referring to.
But anyway, my point is that when you said that, it made me think about that only because Christopher Lloyd was in that movie.
And he's a great man, and I think he's a national treasure. To be honest with you, she looked very nice with her red hair and other features. Yeah.
That's fine. We didn't. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, every show there's probably about 5 or 6 vapes on the table.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And who is Aaron Carter?
Oh, that is correct. So yeah, that did happen. So Aaron Carter is the younger brother, I believe, of Nick Carter, who was a Backstreet Boy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or he wasn't. He was one of one of the boy bands.
Yeah,
he was a pop star in the '90s. Nothing that you would listen to ever, or
Point being, he died.
He had a very bad drug addiction for years, and unfortunately, they did find him unresponsive in his home today. So rest in. And he was only he was only 34.
While we're doing that, R.I.P. to Takeoff.
Yeah, so that's actually something else I wanted to talk about this week. In the hip hop community and culture, as somebody who's an avid fan, and I know you're a fan, and millions of people are. My point is that shit like that has to stop, like, completely.
Oh, yeah.
That shit's got to stop. And then I talked about it with, I don't know if people really understand certain things. When you become a multimillionaire, a public eye, I mean, you're globally known, I think after a certain point, you shouldn't go and do things that you used to do, me personally. And unfortunately, a young man lost his life over a dice game. He wasn't, and it just stinks because it wasn't necessary. And I'm not a diehard Migos fan by any means. I know their popular songs, and really that's about it. I've never not liked their music or anything like that. But when you reach a certain level of status, I just believe there are certain things you shouldn't do. They shouldn't be out shooting dice out of a bowling alley when you're on the nightly news, for your platinum album. Because what you're going to do is you're going to attract vultures that are jealous and envious of your success. And unfortunately, a young man lost his life, and it happens way too often in general, but the hip hop community.
I was gonna say, like, that happens no matter what level.
Yeah. So
you don't have to be a hip hop artist for the vultures to start acting a certain way toward you because you're doing something they're not doing.
Exactly.
But a lot of times it's because they're more jealous of the fact that you are able to put yourself to that place. You know what I'm saying?
And it just stinks, and it just generally kind of upset me. And it's just like, yo, why was this guy like you're shooting dice, man? Like, I shot dice in front of the fucking cafeteria in 9th grade.
RJ's so gangster.
Yeah, well, I had my bandana and all sorts of shit. I
believe it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, because it was a thing.
I was going to say something.
I didn't think I was Tupac. If it made you feel any better.
Oh, I would have. If you went to high school with me, I would have made fun of you.
I already know the type of person you are. I'd probably make fun of you too. Actually, I'm going to make fun of you. You smell. You smell good, by the way. Anyway,
fuck. I'm done with the compliments from you today.
What? I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Compliment somebody else.
Well, I'm
compliment all these lovely viewers and chatters that we have today.
So you guys are awesome for joining us every week around 6-ish.
Well, today it was kind of RJ's fault that we started a little late.
I texted you at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, because you were out fucking drinking, motherfucker.
I had a beer.
Yeah, so you were out.
Yeah,
I had already been out. I went and got my hair cut, and then I fucking
so you got a cut today?
Yeah, and I fucking went home. I was tired. I fucking went back to sleep.
Did you go see your normal guy?
Yes.
Yeah. It looks. No, I like your haircut.
I got a different style this time.
Yeah, no, that's good. It looks good on you. I'm generally impressed with your hair. I'm not gonna keep staring at you. It's fucking weird. Let me put my glasses.
trust me and trust everybody watching. It's getting weird for all of us.
It is.
But see that, and now he puts his glasses back on. Like I still know you're looking at me. It's fucking weird.
So, folks.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, work on getting a fucking guest for next week. How about that?
It would be very nice if somebody would finally come back to the show. We miss you. Please help us.
Okay, no begging. We're not doing
I'm not begging. I'm begging. Jared's not. Jared would rather. You know what you'd rather do? You would probably pick up 6 boulders the size of, the parking lot outside of Lucky's, like big, massive boulders, and carry them before you ask for anybody's help with anything.
Oh, yeah. I always try to figure out what options I have that I can get shit done myself before I have to ask other people. Because you can't count on people.
No.
Like, when I want shit done, I want it done then.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And I know, and that applies to everybody. It is very hard to find people to rely on, to count on, especially in time of need. We definitely have friends that have definitely looked out for us. Big shout out to those guys. I just love myself so much.
Okay, it's time to go, guys. Thank you for showing up this week. It has been a great pleasure for RJ to talk the entire time.
You know what's crazy, folks? Jared is absolutely 100% correct. Because next week I'm going to be as sober as a clam. I'm good. We didn't even drink on the show
because you didn't bring anything down.
Do you know why? Because
you took everything back upstairs.
Well, the young lady that was here last week drank all my shit.
No. I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna even blame it on that young lady because that again was. Specifically, those things were specifically for this show. That's why they were down here.
I understand that, but I wanted to clean up for you because
it's fine to clean up, but don't clean up.
I just put them on the cabinet with everything else. That's all I did.
Yeah, that's there for public consumption.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The young lady that drank my shit, our bottle of Buffalo Trace. Fuck you, and fuck your mom. All right.
Oh, jeez.
So,
she was kind of cute though, but
yeah. I would.
Anyway,
yeah.
All right, now he's farting. Now it's definitely time to go.
Yeah, so I just farted, folks, and Jared is probably tired of my shit as he was 45 seconds into my house door. So, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Please review. If you'd like to come on the show and you're local, just come on by, man. We're cool people. I'm cool. I'm hot. I'm sexy. Yeah. I won't do that again. And yeah, so we will see you guys next week with the president of something. Not the United States. We don't want that guy.
The Blanton's still here. She drank most of the Buffalo Trace.
She drank all the fucking Buffalo Trace. I cannot fucking believe it. She weighs 90 pounds. I thought she was going to fucking die, apparently. Anyway, so we love you guys. Thank you for joining us, as always, on our weekly episodic tenure, which is going to last longer than The Simpsons and Monday Night Raw. Okay?
That was probably the best fucking one you've ever done.
And with that being said, sorry I had to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 155.
Oh, it'll be at the beginning. Shoot your shot coming this Tuesday, November 8th. It'll be at the beginning so people can see it.
Oh, yeah. That's important to you.
Yeah. But it'll be up.
Okay. So we will see you guys next week. Thank you as always. Be safe. Peace.
Deuces.
Dude, my fart stinks.
I'm sure you're
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist